Today we're going to talk about long division. Long division can be an easy subject if we get our steps down in which we need to do. And so I'm going to go through the steps and we're going to do the problem as we go through the steps. So first I have to ask, my first step is ask myself how many. And so I'm looking at my problem here and I have 96 divided by 4. Again, that's 96 divided by 4. I look at my number one step. How many? How many 4s go into 9? So if I count up 4 until I get close to 9 without going over it, okay? I have 4, 4, that's 8. And if I add up another 4, that would actually be 12. So that does not count because it went over 9. So I have to count up how many 4s go into 9. Well, it's 2. 1, 2. 2 4s go into 9. My next step is multiplication. And I'll just write it out. Multiplication. Okay, so now I have multiplication. I have to multiply 2 times 4. 2 times 4. And if I look over here, actually, when I found out how many, what goes underneath the 9 is 2 times 4, 8. And my next step is subtract. And so when I look at this, I need to add in my subtraction from this number here, 9 to 8. And that equals 9 take away 8 is 1. And my next step, repeat. And, oh wait, no, I was completely wrong about that. It's not repeat. I apologize. It is actually bring down. Hopefully you caught me on that step. Because if we didn't bring down, we couldn't do a full repeat. So I bring down the next number in the place value here. And this becomes a 16. Now I go to my steps and I go to repeat. And this is where we seem to be struggling a little bit with the repeat stage at this point. Because, and you say, why are we struggling? Well, because we aren't thinking of the right numbers of asking how many. So think about right now, what numbers are you going to ask yourself? How many? And if we look here, it's how many 4s go into 16. So how many 4s go into 16? Well, I'm going to go back over here and I'm going to go 4, 4 is 8, so 2. So then what if I go 8 plus 4, that's 12. And then I'm going to add another 4. That would be 16. Well, how many 4s did I have to add up to get 16 close to it without going over it? 1, 2, 3, 4. That would equal 16. And then I put down my 4 right here. It's how many 4s it did. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 4s. So I go through my steps again. Multiply. 4 times 4 is 16. Subtract. 16 minus 16 is 0. There's nothing left to bring down, so we don't need to repeat, and this tells us that we have no remainder. So 96 divided by 4 is 24. Okay, we're going to do a little bit different of a problem now. One will have a remainder. And so let's say I have 87 divided by 3. Well, I ask myself, how many. Remember, this is our key number right here. This is always with the how many. So I ask myself, how many 3's go into 8? Well, I just count up. 3, 6, 9. Oh, 3 3's is 9, so actually 2 3's, which would be 3, 6, goes into 8. So then I have multiplication. Remember, this is your key number. So what do I multiply? I multiply this number, 2, times 3, that equals 6. Then I do my next step, which is subtraction. And 8 minus 6 is 2. Bring down on step 4. 7. And repeat. Remember, how many is what you ask yourself. So I look, how many? With any how many, this is your key number. But in this case, we ask ourselves, how many 3's go into 27? Well, I count up 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27. So actually, that went in perfectly. So 9 3's go into 27. If I recognize my next one, multiplication, I've already used this 2. We aren't going to use this 2. Now it's 9 times 3 is 27. And we subtract down. 7 minus 7 is 0. 2 minus 2 is 0. I have no remainder. All right, one more here. I didn't like that because I wanted a remainder. So I'm going to have to make a problem that has, let's go right here. 89 divided by 4. Ask myself, how many? What is the key number? Any how many? This. Anytime you ask how many, your key number is this right here. Well, in this case, we're asking how many 4's go into 8? Well, how many 4's go into 8? 4, 8, 2. 2 times 4 is 8. Subtract. 8 minus 8 is 0. Bring down my 9. Well, how many 4's go into 9? Well, 4, 8, 12. 12's too high. So only 4, 8, 2 times, it goes into 9. So 2 times 4 now is 8. Remember, for how many and multiplication, this is your key number. That is your key number. So anyway, 2 times 4 is 8. Subtract. 9 minus 8 is 1. 22. And this tells you that you have remainder if you have nothing left to bring down. I have nothing left to bring down, so it's 22, remainder 1.